Welcome everybody to the final of Taylor Bowl State Challenge Diamond Division between Pine River Pirates and Musgrave Hill Pelicans. With me today I've got Kelsey Cottrell, I will say former #1 world champion. I like that word, former, for Kelsey. But she'll be giving some expert calls on the bowls and that. We're screening the pairs, the 4-bowl pairs between Brendan Wilson and Aaron Hewson. Jacob Nelson and Kane Nelson, and our proud sponsors, Village Motors, Taylor Bowls, Heads of Noosa, Club Pine Rivers, BCIB, Bowlers Paradise and Dreamtime Resorts. And there's a picture of the wonderful Perpetual Trophy. The prize money, the winners are playing for $18,000 and the runners-up get $8,000. Third and fourth today received $3,000 each. Fifth to eighth was $2,000 each. So $40,000 in prize money. Now we have a raffle, as you can see, 5 nights accommodation with Dreamtime Resorts, 55-inch colour television from Retrovision and a set of Taylor Bowls for third. That raffle will be running right through until after the Fours tournament at Kawana and Caloundra Waves. The first bowl to come down from Brendan Wilson.
Alrighty, well this should be a pretty extraordinary game, I reckon, Keatsy.
Oh, I think so, mate. It's quality bowlers out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously Pine Rivers have got a bit of a home ground advantage. They play on these rinks quite often. But these boys are up against it again with Jacob and Kane.
Yeah, well, Brendan started off with a good. His first bowl was a good bowl, so he's been running around everywhere with the organising committee trying to get everything set up. So I hope he's tuned in.
Couple of handy starts here. Heading in this direction, there is a bit of wind. You can never feel it from the mat, but as you come further up the green, that wind does come in a fair bit and affect these bowls, especially when the jack's nice and close to the tee, which it is here.
Kane's looking interested here. Good bowl behind the head.
The other rinks had a little bit of a head start on these guys. They're all playing their second end. Looks like Pine River's got off to a pretty good start in the triples. Looks like Pine Rivers have won the first end of the fours as well. Great to see. I mean, obviously I would have liked to have been out there, but you know, probably the two best throughout the whole tournament. Between these two clubs, I doubt they've lost many games throughout the season.
No, I think they've only lost one game each during the season, and
good starter there from Huey. He played exceptionally well this morning, and he's only moved over one rink, so really important for Jacob and Kane to try and get off to a really good start here, because Huey's definitely in some very good form, got great rhythm. Most of these guys are using a wide drawing bowl. It's often the case when you come to Pine Rivers. The green's just a touch slower, and it's just nice to have a bowl that you can really trust that's going to turn back.
Now on the changeover, it looks like 1 to Musgrave. Kane's green bowl there at the back.
Okay, interesting to see what Brendan does here. I know Huey's quite an aggressive player, but I haven't seen Brendan as much. Most of the time I see Brendan, he's only leading, so be interesting to see if he just sticks to the draw or at some point he has a bit of a niggle at it.
He's drawing.
Yeah, pretty handy spot there. Hasn't got back for another, but every chance that jack could end up out there. Has it got enough? It certainly has. That's got to be 2.
It's got to be 2 shots. I think you'll find Huey will have a little bit of a niggle.
Yeah, it looks pretty juicy just to launch one up there on the forehand. He can really play whatever weight he wants.
He's 2 down, and by the looks of the other bowls, he can't go too much further down.
Big weight.
Yeah, you got the front bowl. What's happened? You got one out.
All right, it's a little bit off target there. Got a fairly handy result. Got one out. Got a couple of seconds. Looks like Kane's just going to stick to the backhand.
At least on this rink, Kels, we haven't got any left-handers.
Just to confuse us. I think some people may have changed over to the forehand there, but Kane knows this side. He's played 2 good lines already. Just got to play good weight, finish in a good home. Is he there? It's probably close. Okay, they're having a little bit of a look here. I feel like you can get a bit of a touch on the jack. If it goes sort of more sideways than backwards, you might be able to make 3 or 4. You might be looking at the 2 bowls as well. I think a safe bet's just a confident draw. Liking the look of it. Is it going to get back for the jack? No, it's going to get back to the bowls though. This is very unlucky. He played great weight to give himself a couple of chances there. Sit the bowl and stay for 2. A little touch on the jack. And he may have just snuck through the hole.
Very interesting measure.
Just the one.
Just the one. To everybody watching, just don't forget next week we've got the gold final at Taunton, the bronze final at Coolum, and the silver final is at Logan City. There'll be some very, very good bowls overall. We've got teams coming from as far west as Cunnamulla and as far north as Cairns. So the state is very, very well covered by teams that have made the finals.
Good shot on the rink next door by Michael Breen. I've played a lot against Breen. I've played a lot with Breeny, but also played a lot against him. We normally draw each other nearly every time Helensvale play Pine Rivers, and we're normally leading against each other. But today he got a promotion. He's playing second.
Yeah, well,
so I still drew him, but I didn't have to put up with his front touches every end.
In the old days, when I was playing tournaments, I always used to draw Michael when we played against him as a lead, and very, very hard to topple. But I notice as he's got a bit older, he's got the same haircut as me now, so...
A little touch. A big drive from Sean Baker, a couple of rinks away. For such a tall fella, Huey gets his bowl away so beautifully every time. Smooth as silk.
I was watching a player in your team today, and I think over 30 years I've never seen his delivery change, and that's Lurch. It was just a magnificent delivery.
Now he's got his son Levi following in his footsteps.
For those of you who don't know Lurch, it's Nathan Rice, one of the absolute gentlemen of bowls.
Robbie's going to have to change some of those names. He's trying to trick us. So the 3 bowl pairs is, let's have a squeeze. 3 bowl pairs. Yeah, you've got Ryan Burnett versus Jake Green. Oh, one has. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, right. I'm looking at something different. I'm looking at the last game. Cool. Right, nice shot on here for Jacob. His first 2 balls this end, he played great line. Just having a little bit of a niggle here, trying to sit the bowl or trail the jack. He's pretty close to something. That's a very good shot. So that's 1 to Musgrave. Pine River's probably got a couple of seconds there. Definitely enough room for Brendan to draw the shot though. Little touch on the jack wouldn't hurt.
A great bowl.
Okay, what's he getting?
Great ball again.
This has been a great end.
Yes.
Shot for shot. That's Muzzy now line 2.
So, Kelsey, with all your hats on now, you wouldn't have much time for anything else but bowls, would you?
No, there's always enough time for stuff other than bowls. Work over 40 hours a week and got 2 kids playing multiple sports.
As
Tuesdays, Fridays and Thursdays and Fridays have been pretty chock-a-block with kids sport, and that's about to change to Wednesday. I think it's Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays as we move into netball season.
Oh, you'll have your hands full.
Big cheer went up for Sean Baker. He's drawn a front noser.
The scores look to be pretty tight across all rinks. There doesn't seem to be any breakaways yet.
Okay, Brendan said, and again. So it might be just the 2 still. Third one could be worth a look.
I think it needed one more roll to get out of there.
I don't know. Looks like Brendan's got the jack.
Brendan got the match, yeah.
Yeah, it rolled just enough.
Again, a big thank you to our sponsors. This event wouldn't happen without that. There was $8,000 tipped into the prize money for this division from our sponsors, so to enable us to get to $40,000 in prize money. Taylor Bowls, BCIB, Village Motors, Dreamtime Resorts, Heads and Noosa, and Bowlers Paradise. So thank you, guys. Robbie's got his golf binoculars out so that we can get an update on all the other rinks for you. A good start from Brendan Wilson.
Doesn't like that one, hasn't sent it. Right, Chris Roseanne's having a run next door. Right, it's peeled off the front one. So Sean Baker's got off to a pretty good start. Up 4-0 over Ryan Burnett. Looks like in the fours, the Pirates must have picked up a 5 because they were they 2-1? No, they were 1. Yeah, they're 6-1 up. So you said before about the breakaway. Maybe that's the first one.
We've got a
if they can
breakaway.
win, if they can win this end and a few ends in a row.
Yeah, a lot of clubs in this format try to get to the 2 wins and then rely on their singles to take the pressure off them, which is a bit unfortunate. As Kelsey can attest to, the singles are very hard.
Yes, definitely. So these guys have all nailed the line, but just struggling on the weight. I think that's just that wind that plays havoc up this end. Just really got to push up through that breeze.
Yeah, Jacob's been struggling a bit going that way so far. He'll find his line. He's a very good bowler. Kane's pushing it.
All right, track looks good here. Should get home. Here it comes. All right, big one here needed from Jacobs. Just starting to build up a little bit, and it's probably not looking great from the mat. No big target.
I think he's a bit under. Looks like he's taking a bit more grass this time.
Yeah, if he's got good weight, it should get back to count. Yeah, I'd say that'll be
close.
4. Not sure Jacob's sent that out.
Nearly wiggled its way through.
All right, interesting to see what Huey does here. He probably doesn't look as nice to get around all those bowls on the forehand. But I can see what they've been trying to do, and that's not build up a target on the backhand. So let's see what he opts to do. Is he going to try and play it first and run the risk of fattening up the target, or is he just going to chuck one out? No, he's going backhand.
Covers that back bowl anyway.
Yeah, I think he was just mindful that he didn't drop one jack high.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted to just give it a chance. And probably also mindful he didn't want to roll that front one and open up the jack. So he just overplayed it a touch, but definitely had a good wide line. Kane needs this to slow down. Don't think he's cut any out there. This is probably, what, 4 and a measure for 5?
4 and a look.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Wants this right back to the centre line. That's brilliant.
Great bowl. That's definitely 5, Kels.
It's
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6. And a 1 bowl target. And there's not much up the front that's lining up for any good results here. So this is not a shot you want to be playing on the third end, that's for sure. First big drive of the game for Kane. Just clipped the front. And he's,
So what's
wow, let's see, 2, 4. Is it still 4? No, 3.
3, yep. Cleared a few out.
Yeah, I think he can count himself a touch fortunate with that one. I mean, it wasn't a huge target. He didn't miss by a great deal, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, he could have been 6 down.
Yes, very early. And over the shortened version of this game, and that's hard to catch up.
And see on the Rink next door, Chris Roseanne's just heading up to have a look. Best has done something special next door. Pelicans are holding.
Yeah, good start again from Brendan. Yeah, Jacobs matched him.
Three. Chris Roseanne's made 3. Right, Huey, couple down here, got a bit of room. The way he's been playing, he'll be in the area. Yep, that's the shot. Bit of the jack would be good. Whoa. That really took off at the end.
Don't think Huey liked it too much.
It's ended up in
might be
an
shot.
okay spot. Yeah, he's probably got the shot. I mean, I think there'll be a few inside this by the time this ends finish, but at the moment he's just sat in pass, which is pretty good. This one looks like it's going to drop short. It seems like the weight is definitely the thing that's tricking everyone in this at the moment, early on.
I've called a few games here on these rinks, Kelsnett. The weight is the key to it.
Yeah, because there's not many missing their line. Like, they're all generally roundabout.
You put that little bit extra on and they sail through for you. Brendan's trying, yeah. Looks like he's probably about a metre short.
That's the shot. Nicely done.
Yep. That bowl out there is the guide. You
Yeah,
just get inside that,
just
you got
inside
shot.
it. Didn't miss that by much. He was asked to just give it a chance through those front ones. Yeah. And he stayed up as well, so best back. Right, not sure. There was a bit of hand signals towards maybe backhand, towards maybe forehand with weight. Got 3 seconds and best back, so I feel like he won't be short.
That wing bowl out there is the key. If they just get under it, they're fine. If they touch wide, they'll smack it. So if they're drawing.
Sometimes these are the hardest heads to get out of. There's so many gaps. I think that's, yeah, it looks like he's just going to stick to the draw, and probably for that reason that there is just so many gaps. This looks like it's going to be another second. Or maybe not. A couple of seconds maybe.
There's a good ball here. That's the shot.
Yeah.
Definitely the shot. Brendan saying one down.
I think Brendan's a bit concerned that if the jack goes out to where his feet were out there, down the back ditch, they're in a bit of strife. They've got a red one down as on the right hand side, you know, as we're looking at the screen. But
here we go.
Is he going to get it solid? Kane trying to add another one here. His weight was great with his second one. Doesn't want too much jack movement unless it's that way. That way is okay.
Yeah.
2 up to 2 up.
It's a 4-3 after 3 ends. Or maybe 4 ends. With the final, we've got the 2 Ryans out there, Ryan Bester from Musgrave Hill and Ryan Burnett from Pine Rivers, both Taylor-sponsored bowlers. So that's good for one of our sponsors.
See, Jacobs just pulled the switch here. Just going to give this forehand a go. Wasn't playing poorly on the other side, but just struggling to nail it. So just going to have a little look at this forehand.
And that's a lot better result.
Probably also just keeping that jack just a little bit further away from the tee as well might just help. Looks like Brendan's played a pretty good one here as well. Has he got a nut? Oh, it's no. I might have called that early. It's a pretty good second.
It's not the first time a shot's been called early, Kels.
Brendan's bowls are quite wide.
Yes, they are.
He's using real swooping bowls.
I think it's got a bit to do with the way he delivers them too.
Pretty good track here. This is where they've been coming from. Just lacking a touch. Only a couple of feet.
Somebody just got excited on one of the other rinks.
It was the Pelicans.
Nobody can like a Pelican can.
I don't know who it was, but he's got one, maybe 1.5 foot off the jack in the ditch. Sunk it. Oh, what a shot. They're having a bit of fun over there in the fours.
We better get back and concentrate on this rink first.
Oh, wow. So they've had a jack go in the ditch, then drawn to the lip, and then the bowl that was on the lip's been driven out. That's what the crowd wants to see. There's a fair few up there on the balcony watching. There's some cracking bowls being played everywhere. I do feel like the Pirates are a bit quiet than they normally are. They're normally a bit more up and about. They're just easing into it. Good shot there from Jacob. Bit unlucky.
Yeah, some of the Pirate fans aren't out on the balcony yet. I think they went in for lunch. They'd had a fair bit of petrol into their body this morning, so I'd say they had to go on in for a little bit of lunch to help that. But no doubt they'll come out with a bit more fuel this afternoon.
All right, so a bit of weight here on the backhand. 2 down. Wants to try and get the 2 balls out clean. Oh no, sorry, he's going forehand. Oh, that's holding. Does hold a fair bit with weight.
It's not over.
Chippy's just drawn to the lip. This looks like it's coming back nicely. Weight looks good. That's a fair effort. Good handy spot there. All right, he's going to make connection. See what happens.
Still 3. Yui's got a chance to add to that.
Not sure if all 3 of those bowls will go. I feel like if he gets the closest one, he's only going to get 2 out. He's going to try and put him under pressure, draw another.
Don't think it's going to come from out there.
Oh yeah, these things turn.
Oh gee.
Here it comes.
What do I know?
It's a wide hand too, bit of wind assistance down there.
Yeah.
I don't think he could have put that in a better spot, to be honest. He's just blocked the jack. Potentially counts.
If he clips the front one, it's going to be very difficult. It's fallen over too. He's trying to draw. And he's not too far away.
He's going to miss the front.
He's got to miss the front bowl.
Weight was perfect.
I think he stayed away from it.
That's 4 to the Pirates. Sometimes those big numbers just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a handy 4, very handy 4.
It wasn't shaping up like that early on in the end, and in the blink of an eye, there you go.
Well, we've got Chris Rosands in the triples, up 8-3 over Ryan Bester. Ryan Burnett down to Sean Baker 5-1 on 5 ends, and you've got Jason Carpenter up 6-1, 7-1 on 4 ends. can be difficult to give you an update on scores at times because the players forget and stand in front of the scoreboards for us.
Another handy start from Brendan. Jacobs following him down on this backhand. So early advantages with the Pirates. They're up on 3 rinks. Another good one coming in here. Nice tracks, wants to get. Yeah, that's a handy home there. It's a lot of pressure for some of these players out there. It's not just about, you know, wanting to try and win for your club. We've got state selectors floating around as well with some big games coming up later in the year, and squads are about to be announced for this Queensland state team. Some trials coming up and test series against New South Wales midway through the year, and then looking to head over to the Nationals in Perth.
Unfortunately, Kels, I'm unavailable.
Unavailable? That's very interesting as an outsider looking in to see. Had some retirements in the men's state squad last year with Nathan Rice, Sean Baker and Aaron Sheriff all announcing their retirement from representative Queensland bowls. So some big changes ahead for the Queensland men's team, and it's a big opportunity for some of these players here today to shine in front of state selectors.
That's correct. You've got a younger brigade and a new brigade coming through. And it's always good to see in bowls. It was always the old man's game.
Great shot there, Aaron Hewson.
It was always the old man's game, but it's completely changed now. It's there's a lot of young people bowling. I think we had a 15-year-old here in one of the teams bowling for Kawana, and he acquitted himself very, very well. Young Cooper shows a lot of promise, so it was good to see. And the beauty of it for the weekend, his mother, who was a vocal supporter, had laryngitis.
All right, watch your feet, everyone. Ryan Bester's having a drive on the rink next door. And he got it. That's 2 to the Pelicans.
Yeah, good ball from Brendan.
Very nice.
It's a credit to Brendan that he can come out here and bowl so well. He's been running around all weekend with myself and a couple of other people from BQ organising this, and he's done a power of work. And over the last 6 months since he's been there at Bowls Queensland, he's just been a great strength to myself and Graham Hooper, and he's coming out here and bowling really, really well. And that was before he put his last bowl down.
That was the best one yet, I reckon. Just tucked it around the corner.
No pressure, Brendan.
All right, so this is just a clear the front, start again. Oh, that's heaps better. May not have got shot out of it, but has definitely just opened something up for his skipper. At least he can see the jack now.
Yep. It might be still 2 down, but anyway, it's quite open.
Yeah, so Brendan's got one just past. That is the actual, that's the Bacchus bowl. There's nothing beyond that. So Huey will be looking to change this up. Probably a bit too easy target for Kane. Needs to try and draw a toucher. If he can sort of back edge it in behind Brendan's bowl would be perfect. Doesn't like it. Yeah. Doesn't scent it.
You don't need to watch the bowl when Aaron's put it down. You
Yeah.
can tell by looking at his face. There's a bit of weight here. This is interesting. 1 down.
I think it's probably still 2 actually.
2, is it?
But again, just trying to change it
Just
up, trying to
move
draw
it
a
around the
toucher.
back. Yep.
Well, if you're going to play 2 bad ones, you may as well do it when you're holding 2.
Yeah. I don't know about the 2. Oh, yeah, the front one. Maybe, yeah. He's got quite a few bowls to come off there.
Yeah, I think he's just got to just pull the weight
Tuck
off
it
a
around,
little bit.
yeah.
Just allow it to sort of just turn past those front ones, get back to the ball. Otherwise, if he goes too quick, it's jack or nothing.
Yes.
So just going to play a bit more of a swinger.
And they're very hard to play on this green. He's not far away. Not far away at all.
1 or 2. No one's saying anything yet. That was a cracker.
Might be 1. Don't know.
I thought we might see something just a little bit different with the mat, and here it comes. It's come up a little bit. Got themselves in a little bit of strife last end, so just going to try and change things up. Now they can dictate the length. What's happening around the grounds? Let's have a look. Pirates are pretty happy with that. The 4s. Corey's played a good one.
Pirates seem to be up on 3 rinks at the moment. But that can change very quickly. We're not even halfway through the games yet.
Yeah, long way to go. I mean, the 4s is probably the only one that's just a little bit concerning for the Pelicans. Now 10-3 after 7. Just those Pelicans will want to just get a move on a little bit over the next few ends and make sure it doesn't get too far out of reach.
Nine ends to go, 7 shots behind, Kels. We had a very good friend of ours that always used to tell us that, didn't he?
Absolutely. Always like to be one behind playing the last end. Always like to come from behind.
And that was that same man. He never used to like to be one in front coming to the last end. I'll probably have to have a beer with him on Friday night. Very good home.
Yep, so he said just down. That's another handy one just past the jack.
Gee, I just think my membership number come out and I'm stuck down here.
Run, run.
Here it comes. Bowlers, just remember we've got a big raffle going off. Tickets are available on the Bowls Queensland website or at the ground today or next week at Coolum, Tewantin or Logan City, and it'll be drawn on the weekend of the 18th and 19th of April when we hold our Fours Carnivals at Kawana and Caloundra Waves. So if you get in, have a look. I think we've got 5 nights accommodation at any Dreamtime resort. Second prize is colour television from Retrovision, and third prize is set of Taylor Bowls. It's about just under $4,000 in prizes there. So get on and support it. It's all for a good cause, so I can assure you.
I love how you said colour television then. I'm glad we're not giving away an old black and white one.
I could have found one, Kels. I could have found one.
Probably worth more. I mean, a bit more of an heirloom.
Yeah, Daly's probably got one somewhere. Yeah, good bowl from Brendan Wilson.
Yeah, the last couple of ends, he's really stepped it up.
Pine Rivers are holding one shot.
Okay, would have seen the call there from Huey, just wanting something to just pass the jack.
Cover those few bowls at the back there. Ooh. Yeah, good home, Brendan. As well as some money, the clubs are playing for the Brian Stewart perpetual trophy. Brian has been around bowls for a long, long time, and he couldn't be with us today to present it. He had a fall, did his hip, and but he sends his best wishes, and it should be there for years to come. And at the moment, looking at the scores, we have no idea who's going to take it and put it in their trophy cabinet. I know you're watching today, Brian. Hope you're feeling well. I don't think Huey wants to fatten this up too much.
What's he done here? What's he done? Well, it's a better one. Well, that's what he'll say anyway. Much safer there.
Yeah, it looked a bit disastrous for a second.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to go anywhere near that.
There's a lot of stuff in front, a lot of rubbish in front. I shouldn't say that, but there's a lot of rubbish in front. I think I would have liked my bowls to be that close.
Well, it looked like, judging by body language, Jacob was encouraging Kane to just whack this. So let's see what he does. Yep, going big.
Well, he's got a fair target there, and anything could happen.
Wants the inside of that. Oh, it bounced over.
Wow. You don't see that very often.
Wow. It actually bounced over. Yep, going big.
And it didn't hit anything. The fair target there, and anything could happen.
Wants the inside of that. Oh, it bounced over. Straight over the top. All right, Huey. What's he planning here? He's planning a bit of a trick shot, perhaps. He's got, we think he's got one. Probably got third and fourth. Oh, let me just the draw.
Safety first, protect the lead and the shot.
Yeah. Who's that on the jack next door? Pine Oodles, I think.
Just saw Jesse put his finger up to.
Yeah, he's got it. Jesse's got a couple on the jack, the one right in front of it. That triples rink starting to blow out a little bit as well. sort of blink and you miss it. 13-5 now.
13-5 on the
That's
triples.
Chris Rosanne's leading 13-5 over Ryan Bester. With Jesse Turnbull holding a couple of real good ones, and Breeny got one just in pass. So another tricky end for Musgrave brewing over there in the triples.
The triples can blow out very quickly.
I find the shots can be a lot harder for the skippers in triples. There's never, huge targets. Often the angles are not great, whereas when you're playing, 4-bowl pairs, sometimes there is always just that last bowl, just smash it and hope for the best. That tends to not happen as much in 2-bowl triples. You need to be very precise, just stick to the draw.
3 good draw bowlers win triples.
Absolutely. Nice correction here, Jacob. I'm very happy with that. Looks like the Pelicans have given up their early lead in that 3-bowl pairs as well. James Templeton and Ryan Burnett have hit the front 9-8.
So across the board, we've got Pine in front on the 4 rinks.
Someone's woken up the locals. They're chanting.
Looks like the rocket fuel's starting to work.
Huey's not happy with this one. Turned his back.
I don't know why.
He's got a cheeky little grin on his face.
That was a good return. Oh, great bowl. Falls over. Well, as a neutral spectator, I'd like to see Musgrave just pull back a couple of these rinks and just keep it interesting. We want it interesting right to that last bowl. I feel like this is a very important rink for Muzzy. As we see, right on cue, Sean Baker drives and a million things happen and he's ended up with a shot. ESP kills. 2-all would be the perfect scenario, but as you well know, they're not much fun if you're called to play the singles.
Is he looking? Is he round his front ones?
He's hanging.
Oh, he's going to clip it.
Ooh.
Well, that's not all bad. Not all bad. Muzzy got this surrounded. Huey's bowl that he didn't like is still hanging in there.
And I doubt whether it'll go out clean unless you get that green bowl square. It's got to be a swinger. There's no other. You can't have a full-blooded run at it.
What's he done here?
Oh, Yui.
What a shot! That is brilliant.
Kane's coming down to have a real good look at all this.
Just trying to work out which ones.
Just whack it, Kane.
Just trying to work out is the front plant better, or is he better off getting Jacob's front one?
Interesting.
Maybe. Maybe not. I think the blue one is still a shot.
Yes, Aaron's bowl.
But they're a little bit more vulnerable now, Pine Rivers. Huey just drew a back toucher on the backhand. He's going to have to change to the forehand and try and draw another one here, I think.
And just hide it a bit.
Yeah, just a... looks like the Muzzy probably got 3 seconds.
He hasn't got the legs.
He's going to block the hole though.
Yes, he has.
Good, bad one.
This is interesting.
Clear
Very
the
interesting.
front.
Oh,
Wow. That was millimetres from perfection.
1 to Pine Rivers. Takes them on to 10 to 4. around the ground. We've still got the Pirates in front on the 4 rinks. Brendan Wilson with his first bowl. Yeah, it's coming home nicely. That was an interesting shot. I would say Brendan is still holding, but there'll be a lot of bowls inside those couple. Bowls are a good metre away from the kitty at the moment. And that one's pulled up a little bit short as well. See whether Aaron Hewson can correct just that metre. He's still a metre away. And Kane's picked the kitty out. What a lovely shot.
All right, what did I miss? I just had to fill my face.
Yeah, no, Kelsey's back from having a pizza. She's all right now.
Got to feed the machine. Isn't that what they say?
That's exactly right. So you won't have to listen to me for a second. You've got Kelsey's expert opinion on all these bowlers.
having a little look across the rinks, and I feel like that the pairs, Tyler and Bakes, are just looking more comfortable at the moment. I feel like they're travelling all right. They've got back out to a 4-shot lead. There's been some cracking shots played in the fours. There's 5 shots to diff, but it's been a pretty quality game from what I can tell. So I think that one's still anyone's. All right, this looks pretty good from Jacob. Just wants to get it in the... Oh, probably the last thing he wanted to do, but... Just had the jack nice and tucked away, hidden behind Kane's ball, and he's opened it up, but there's gaps though.
After the completion of this game, we'll have to have a look at the draw and see whether anyone's won the wonderful car from Village Motors. They had to pick who the 2 finalists were and wait for it to score on each rink. So that's a bit like winning lotto, but Village Motors took the gamble and have put a car up, and we'll just see whether anyone's driving home in a brand new car. By the look of the veranda up there's probably quite a few up there that can't drive anyway, so... Oh.
Okay, so that's not a toucher. Okay, so what I can work out from that, MUSGRAVE have got first, third and fourth. Kane's just wanting to get another one roundabout, and maybe they can have a bit of a look at it with his next one.
He doesn't like it. See how Aaron's weight is. No, there's still one down. If you can try to run onto the front bowl there.
Yeah. Just trying to listen in to what they're saying here. So they've got first, which is the bowl on the green. There's a toucher in the ditch, which is third. They've got fourth as well and possibly fifth. So they're obviously just trying to work out a way to get rid of that Aaron Hewson blue bowl.
One shot to the Pirates, to Pelicans, I believe.
All right, so 4-ball pairs. Pirates are leading 10-5. In the triples, the Pirates are leading 14-6. They've played 12 ends. Fours. Oh, there's a drink bottle in the way. 3-ball pairs. Looks like Pelicans are up 16-9. The fours looks like Pine Rivers are 11-6. No, 13. Maybe 13-6 now after 10 or 11. Can't quite see that one. There's a drink bottle. A couple of Powerade bottles in the way.
Yeah, that 3-pole pairs has turned around quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think they've won 3 ends on the trot now. It's good.
The wind's getting up a bit here now, so that'll make things difficult running away from the clubhouse. Oh, good bowl by Brendan.
Handy start. Just gave it a bit of a chance. Trying to get some jack movement.
Aaron Hewson sauntering down the green as he always does.
He doesn't look like he's in a hurry.
No, he doesn't. You know, I just hate to see him when he's 70. He'll be getting down there on the wheelie walker. Great bowl from Kane.
Very nice. I can't win the raffle, but if I did, we stayed at a really nice Dreamtime resort when we went to Cairns for the North versus South.
Yes.
Right on the water there. Palm Cove.
Yes.
Sorry, not Cairns. A little bit out of Cairns. Palm Cove is beautiful. Beautiful.
That's the one my wife and I used to have.
Mm.
That's how we got tied up with Dreamtime Resorts. Thanks to Brian and Emma for all the help, the sponsorship they've given us during the year.
Oh, that's so unlucky. Some people would look at that and think, wow, amazing, he's just drawn a toucher, but he's just managed to poke it out and make this shot far easier for Pine Rivers. Very unfortunate there.
As you predicted, Kels.
And that's our first dead end of the game. Oh, well, that was nearly an injury.
Yeah, Dreamtime Resorts have got about 24 resorts statewide, from the Gold Coast as far north as Port Douglas. And any of you bowlers listening, you want a holiday, all you've got to do is quote the code BQ15 and you'll get an extra 15% off whatever the bottom rate is. They are a very good sponsor to us and also to all bowlers. So please use them so that the support can continue from them to make this tournament what it's been in the first year.
Is there any on the sunny coast?
Sunny Coast, yes, there is.
So we've got the falls coming up in April.
Yes, that's they've got one at Maroochydore, Catalina, and one in Mooloolaba, and that's about it on the sunny coast, I think. So
Mooloolaba sounds good to me.
Mooloolaba sounds good to you, yes. It's right on the front as well. I will remember the name shortly.
Do you know how the entries are tracking for the two falls tournaments?
I think we've probably got about...
Just a few left?
Yeah, I think there's 6 or 8 spots left in both. The women's one's been surprising. It had big numbers first and then it's quietened off. So, ladies, all you need to do is be a member of a club that played State Challenge. Put your team together. With the men, it's a handicap tournament where you can only have one gold player in the diamond player in the side. It's handicapped to 30 points, and a diamond player is worth 15. So it's probably a bit hard that they can have 2 diamond players in there because it puts them against 4 players. But anyway, that's it's something new that we've tried. So it gives that's just a great bowl from Brendan Wilson then. So that gives the lower grade bowlers a chance to play with the top bowlers in a big $10,000 tournament. It's $200 to enter, and get your teams in very quickly because I know it will fill up over the next week with gold, silver and bronze finals playing next week. I think Kane was trying to hit that front bowl and open it up a little bit for himself. Pelican fours have fought back a bit. It's 13-9 on 11 ends. Sean Baker skipped ahead of Ryan Burnett on the 3-bowl pairs. And Chris Roseanne's in front of Ryan Bester at the moment. So this rink here, I think, will determine whether it goes to a playoff or whether Pine get up.
What a shot. And just like that, they've got to start again. Plenty of room for Huey.
Start the let go now.
Nicely done. I think Dean Drummond has put the jack in the ditch in the triples for Pine Rivers. And he's stayed pretty close to it too, maybe just a foot off. You can see Ryan Bassett following his bowl down. That jack is right out near the boundary peg. Another good one, 2 to Pine Rivers. Needs the jack. That's a great shot. Let's see. Okay. Oh. All right, so Huey said, we're going to be down when it falls down, which it just has. So just the 1 to Muzzy.
Kelsey just taking happy snaps along with WW from Bowls, Queensland.
Nothing like a good selfie. All right, what's Kane going to do here? Maybe backhand draw? Yes, no, yes. Yep, definitely safer on the backhand.
Certainly is.
Needs her to stop.
You can't push it over, Jacob.
You can see next door in the triples. So the umpire got called out to check Ryan Bester's bowl. It was called out. They walked away, and Chris Rosannes has put one in almost the exact same spot. And they're out again. And that big roar you hear is for the Pelicans in the 4s. Hayden Oster sunk the jack in the ditch. All right, how much of a risk does he want to take? Holding 1, got the next 2. Maybe. 2 to the Pelicans in the triples. That's now 15-8 after 14 in favour of the Pirates.
This is very close.
That pairs game has got tied again. Let's have a squiz. Looks like 16-12 to the Pelicans. And not sure how many ends they've played.
Probably 15.
Yeah, 15. 5 to go for them.
This is going to be a very, very interesting bowl.
You can just roll Jacob. If you could roll Jacobs onto the jack. Can he get it up enough? 1, 2.
Great bowl.
That is perfect. I'd say 2 and a measure for 3 now.
And boy, did they need that.
Huey's got one left though. Big problem.
I don't think he's out far enough. He's starting to come. No, I didn't think he was out far enough when he let it go. Two shots to the Pelicans. That takes them to 10-7. After 10 ends.
Yeah, here we go. This is what we wanted. We wanted it to stay nice and close, keep it interesting for all the viewers, and it has. These guys, there's only 3 the diff here. We've got 4 the difference in the other pair's game, and in the 4s, the Pelicans have just hit the lead.
Wow. They've come from a long way back.
Great opener there from Jacob. I think the efforts over the last couple of ends from that 4s team, the Musgrave Hill Pelicans 4s rink, they've come from the clouds a little bit, and I think they're really starting to inspire some of their teammates across the rink. I feel like there's a bit more noise. They're a bit more up and about. They've got a bit of a sniff here.
I see the balconies filling up there, so no doubt we'll hear a fair bit of noise from up there shortly. So across the board.
That's a good shot. Good lead in there. 1 on, 1 behind for both players. Well, across the board, if the game was to stop now, it would be 2-all and we'd be going to singles.
Wow. That's what you want for the final if you're a promoter. So, but anyway, there's still a lot of ends to go yet. Now in the 4s, the Pelicans have hit the front 14-13. The Pelicans are in front on the 3-bowl pairs. 16-12. The normal pairs, Pine Rivers are in front 10-7. And the other scoreboard is
Hiding.
it's hiding.
Behind someone very tall.
Behind somebody's backside. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute.
15-8 after 14.
15-8 after 14. Yeah.
Two great bowls from Kane this end. Tucked in right in behind the jack.
It's a really tight head there, Kels, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The shot bowl's pretty well locked in, so for Pine Rivers to score here, they're going to be needing a little jack movement. I think Jacob will be trying to sort of draw to that maroon swirly white one. Yeah, pretty good. Kane said that was close. It's only a couple of balls short. Very tight head. Probably the tightest head we've had all game. See Kane just encouraging Jacob to come at this from a wide line. Obviously they don't want to move the jack. Anything wide's going to be in a pretty handy home. Wow, what a shot. This might have made 2 or 3 there. That was just the most perfect weight.
Might have made 2. Might.
Ryan Burnett's just killed their end. Okay, I think the final decision is just a run for cover here. Muzzy have got the 2 best back. They've got a toucher in the ditch. And I think it's pretty hard to predict where this jack's going to go.
Very hard.
It could go anywhere depending, if he gets that front one through all the bowls, it could sort of hang around somewhere.
The only thing I think I could predict is it's not going to go dead.
Well, I think he can absolutely guts it. It could really go anywhere. Might see another bowl jump over. If he hits that side one pretty hard, it might just jump over the jack.
Well, Aaron's come around the back anyway.
Yep, quick again. This looks like it's on target. Well, that's all
Oh,
bad.
that's bad. Very bad. But it's got another bowl to come.
Doesn't matter how hard you hit the jack, doesn't always guarantee it's going to go flying out or back.
Well, that opened it up a bit.
Yep, so that was a 4. So we're now at 14-7 after 11. 5 to go.
Very unfortunate.
Okay. Chris Rosans looks to be playing with a bit of weight. I have no idea where the jack is on that rink. He's at the front one. Pretty awesome lead bowls by Joel Downey in the 4s. He's pretty well got 2 touches. Sitting right on top of it. I don't say this with any confidence, but I think Pelicans are holding 4 in the trips. There's just a few too many white bowls to be completely sure, but they definitely got the shot with Dean's bowl right behind it.
That will make it very interesting.
Yeah, I just can't tell if that white bowl behind Dean's is Muzzy's bowl. If it is, they're definitely holding 4, and Best is drawing for 5. If not, if it's not their bowl, he's only got to sit it out a few inches to make 5.
Yeah, good bowl here by Jacob.
I'll make 4. No one's saying anything. Couple of good bowls there from Jacob. Yeah, it was 4. Okay. And now that game's pretty tight. 16-12 to the Pirates, but after 16 ends, they've still got a fair way to go. I think another 8 ends. Actually hard to predict which rink might be the last to finish too. You know, this one's got, what, 5 to go?
Well, this one started late, so
Yeah.
it's another good bowl here.
The triples next door have got 8 to go. The 4s have got another 5 to play. Jacob just saying same again. Played a great one. Go again. It's coming in nicely too. Just in past. Oh, they'll be very happy with that. Not a very big target.
Pine just picked up a 4 on the last end. They don't want to give away one.
Cut one out here. Okay, holding 3. Asked to just draw another. That's pretty good. If it doesn't count, it's in a pretty good spot. Let's see, how aggressive are they going to be? Yep, hit it. I think he's pulled it.
Narrow.
Yeah, pulled it tight. Yep, so wants another one in there, cover and count.
At the moment, the Pelicans are holding 3 shots, 3 nice shots. I don't think Aaron will be short.
Okay, he's changed his mind.
Yes.
I thought he was sort of taking his time. I thought he's gonna line up for a big drive here. He's just decided he's gonna stick to the draw. It's a tough shot. He's backing himself.
And what a great bowl.
That was very impressive. Hasn't got the shot, but very, very good second. Everyone's having a bit of a look. They're not entirely sure who's got it. I think it was slightly favouring Muzzy.
You look at it from different angles, you get a different idea. Just go and play the bowl. Don't confuse yourself.
Here it comes. Oh, that was so close. He just had to flop that down. At least, I mean, he's probably fairly well locked his shot or second shot, whatever it is. He's kind of locked it in there. So, whereas Kane was just niggling just a little bit with his first one just to try and sit that blue or just get a little touch on the jack. He might have to be a bit more careful now.
Aaron, somebody who likes to play a little bit of weight, they were two beautiful bowls.
Beautiful draw bowls, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they know who's got shot.
All right, so looking for a little touch on the jack. Even perhaps if he does flop the closest blue one down, it might just roll onto the jack and surprised nothing really moved then. Umpire. All right, while they're waiting for the umpire, let's see if we can have a little squeeze what's happening everywhere else. Looks like Jesse Turnbull's holding shot next door in the trips. They're still 16-12. Bester drove and killed the last end. All right, what's Dean Drummond done here? Has he got the jack? Well, he got the jack, but it didn't go very far. James Templeton's nailed his second bowl. I think the Pirates might have won the last end, so even if it was just one, that score would be 14-17. They haven't put the score up yet, though, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. And the Pirates are up by 3 in the fours.
So your prediction, Kels, 2-all?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No, at the moment it's looking like the Pirates are looking pretty steady on 3, and looks like they're going to get 1 here. So that just makes it just that little bit harder for the Nelson brothers to come back in this one. Now 15-7 behind. Starting to run out of ends in this pairs game, so might need to start looking for some help across the rinks. I think that triples game's got a lot left in it.
Yes, it has. Yeah.
There's only 4 the diff. Got quite a few ends left. I think it might come down to that.
The fours have got 3 ends to go on, 17-14. It's what you'd expect from a final. All games are fairly close, and they can still turn around and go either way at the moment.
The momentum in individual rinks keeps chopping and changing. Like even that 3-bowl pairs game, early on the momentum was definitely with Muzzy, but the last few ends, Sean Baker's been driving a lot, so he's obviously down. Pine Rivers have just been clawing their way back, so that rink's a bit of a danger, I think, for Muzzy. They need to try and keep their noses in front on that one.
Good ball coming in here.
Yeah, it's a handy one, just passed.
There's not a lot of noise on the other rink, so they must be all very, very concentrating.
Yeah, it's got really tense. There's just a lot happening over there. Every time I look over there, you know, they're really good heads. Bowls right on top of the jack. I know from here on in there's going to be a lot of big shots, but I feel like this one from Sean Baker is pretty big. I know for a fact, I mean, they're at maybe 3 in front, could be less in front depending what happened on the last end. They're 1 down here. Looks like he's, yeah, just sticking to the draw. Berno's got 1 right on it.
There'll be a lot of examination of the heads over the next few ends.
One down. Now while I was watching that, I've lost track of what's happening in the 4s. You turn away for 1 second and you lose track. Another good shot here from Huey. All right, big weight here. It's trying to clear some out, or at least clear a path.
You've got 1 out, and it's opened it up a lot more.
Okay, so it was 1 the end before in that pairs. So that pairs game, they're now playing their last end. The Pelicans are up by 2, and they will have last bowl. The triples dropped a couple, so Pirates are now up by 6 in that triples, but still a long way to go in that one. Absolutely no idea what is happening in that 4s, but Peter Brown's playing his last bowl. Looks like he's just drawing, so at a guess I'm going to say he's holding. Let's have a squeeze. Not sure who's got the jack over there. All right, big shot here from Jacob.
Very hard shot to play.
Not a bad one there from Brendan. He's managed to keep it up. So he's got best back. Is he going to get the split?
Bowl.
What a shot.
Pirates need a little bit of brilliance from Aaron Hewson again.
Right, so as it stands, the Pirates are leading on 3 rinks. The 4s have just got up and back.
The score on the fours is 17-15 and 16 ends to the Pirates.
It's a huge 2 ends over there for Musgrave Hill. If they can get over the line in that fours, it just obviously will help them immensely because there's triples and pairs closest to us. Pirates are up by 6 in the trips. And as you can see, 8 here in the pairs. So I think all the Pelicans will have one eye on that fours over the next couple of ends.
Oh.
So we see a bit of good fortune. Two down. So Brendan's bowl at the back, which you can't quite see, but it's right on the lip. There we go. And then also, oh, well, there's a bowl in the ditch. I don't know if it's the... So Jacob said 2 down, so it must be that blue one.
Aaron's bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 down. All right, so he's got just under a foot to draw the shot right on the lip.
Oh, what a great try.
That's a top effort. Yeah, that's going to be a real tough one for Muzzy to cop there. It's a very fortunate result from Aaron Hewson. Muzzy were looking quite comfy that end.
The whole game's been a bit like that at times, hasn't it? When one side's been holding a few shots and it's destroyed.
All right, so while all that was happening, you can see bowls are coming across the rink from the pairs game. That was Sean Baker driving the 2 closest bowls out. Now holding 2. Ryan Burnett looks to only have 1 bowl left. Yes, he needs to try and make a 2. Oh, Burno's missed the jack by a millimetre. Okay, well that's our first rink done and dusted. The 3-bowl triples goes the way of Muzzy. They've got up by 4. I think it was 2 to Muzzy. Oh no, they're only putting 1 up on the board. Not worrying about measuring. Shots don't matter. It's just about getting these rinks up. Alright, so Muzzy really need to find something from one of these 3 rinks to take it to a tie break. A singles playoff. Will it be the 4s that can help get Muzzy over the line? 2 behind, 2 ends to go.
Still a long way to go on the triples.
Or the triples, 5 behind.
And as we all know, Ryan's capable of anything.
Still a couple to Brendan Wilson here. He just needs to add a metre or so. Try and get there first. Beat Kane to the jack. Looks like he's done it.
Probably still only 2, Kels.
Still only 2, but making Kane change his shot. Play with
Gets
a
in
little
that,
bit of
goes
weight.
through that gap. Oh, he's...
All right, Peter Brown's playing with a bit of weight. Not liking it, wanting it to turn. Musgrave Hill are holding one in the triples. All right, Brendan Wilson just wants to run a bit. He's trying to tuck that jack around the corner. Big cheers from the Pirates in the 4s. Jason Carpenter's done something good. All right, so Aaron Hewson's just asked Brendan just to play with a bit of weight through all their bowls. Try to get something up past the jack, change things up a bit, and he's done it perfect. Going to go back to the jack. Wow, that's a lot better than where it was. Probably holding shot.
He is holding shot. Getting down to the business end of all these games, and at the moment it is still very close in some of the games. We've got the 4s.
Yeah, the 4s have actually just dropped to 4, so that's the Pirates now leading by 6 playing the last end.
Okay, unless something drastic happens, that's the Pirates game. So that'll be 1 rink all. Ryan Bester's got to do something to... Ryan Bester's Rink's got to do something to turn it around in the 3-bowl pair, the triples.
Well, it's a good start. They've just picked up a 2.
Takes them to 18-14 on 18.
Ah, it's a great shot, Huey. All right, so I think the discussion here is that just one is not enough. So I think they're trying to work out how they can maybe kill it. Well, no, maybe they are gonna just try and settle for the one. To be honest, I think the jack's pretty covered. I don't think Kane would be able to kill it anyway.
That'll leave 2 ends after this.
Jesse Turnbull's played 2 crackers next door in the triples. Got one jack high just a foot away and one less than a foot right just past the jack, right on it pretty much. Right on the centre line. All right, so that's 1 to Pine Rivers. They're now 10 up with 2 to play. Sorry.
It's a big ask.
Yeah, 2 to play. 16.
A good start from Brendan again.
Yeah, he took a couple of ends, to get started, to warm up, and then he really found his range and just got Huey off to a great start. Always had plenty of bowls in the head.
Jacob's having a niggle. I suppose you've got to when you're 10 down with 2 to go. Brendan's covering. If this continues, we might see an 8, Kelsey.
Maybe. Maybe.
In the old days when they used to play 3-bowl triples, I ended up getting a 9 one day.
Wow.
Against someone you know very well.
Oh, really?
Mm.
A 9.
A 9.
Do they make 9 badges?
A bloke by the name of Terry Walsh got one made up for me. I usually tell that story at Coolum Bowls Club so you can guess who it was.
A lefty.
Yeah, left-handed fellow, yes.
Can't tell what's happening in this triples. You reckon Dean Drummond's bowls the shot? It's a bit hard to tell. Muzzy could be holding, but they could also be 2 down, depending which angle you look at it.
Yeah, the Pine boys keep putting them back there. Pelican boys keep trying to take them out.
Well, Bester drove, so that answered my question over there. He was probably the 2 down. He got 1 out though. All right, the 4s is done. That's a victory to the Pirates.
So that's 1 each at the moment. Well, I think I'd be game and call the pairs as for the Pirates.
So that jack has stayed in. Toucher in the ditch is the shot, but it's a fair way from the jack.
The final score is 21-17 in the 4s.
Jacob's drawn another, but there's a lot of room for Aaron Hewson.
Still going to come down to the triples.
Yes. Yep, so Pirates are 4 in front with 4 to play.
As we're drawing closer, I'd like to thank Pine Rivers for the staging the finals for the weekend. I've heard nothing but praise about the club and the staff. Thank you very much. I think you've kept everyone adequately looked after with liquid refreshments and food. So that's all we can ask. And thank you for management for sponsoring the final. Pine Rivers have got the final for next year as well in Diamond. They had a 2-year option on it. And I know they're very pleased with the crowd we've had here and the response from the public overall for it. Thank you very much. Just remembering next weekend, we've got the gold final at Tawantinoosa, the bronze final at Coolum, and down at Logan City, we've got the silver final. So we've got teams from, as I said before, as far west as Cunnamulla and as far north as Cairns. So we've covered the whole state with the tournament, and it's been pretty well received. I did hear one comment from Charleville. They said it's the first time that they've competed in a Bowls Queensland event since 1995. So that was very, very pleasing to hear. And us city folk who complain about travelling an hour for a game of bowls. Some of them travelled 6 hours, and Cunnamulla is about 9 hours from where they're playing the final. So just be grateful. There's a lot of kangaroos out there.
All right, so these boys have shook hands. And so now it comes down to the triples. I'm not entirely sure who's got the shot here. I did just catch a little glimpse of Best's reaction as Dean's last ball was coming down. I felt like he was indicating that he was just a bit unlucky that he got a bit of the blue and didn't stay. So I'm going to guess Pine Rivers are holding one. Looking interested at this one. Needs to sit the blue. That'll be two. Is that Best's orange bowl or is that Jesse's orange bowl? I think that one's Jesse's. It's got a bit of a white squiggle on it. All right. Tough shot here for Chris. There's a couple of short ones. They're about 2 to 3 feet short. Pretty well right on the line. So a bit hard to tell from here what hand he's going to play. But whatever he chooses, it's not going to be easy. He's not got a clear path. He's going to have to just skirt the front ones with good weight. Just trying to draw the shot or just sit on one of those bowls for at least second. Breeny's leaning. What does that mean? Oh. All right, holding two and not much danger. So nice confident draw here. Best are trying to draw for 3, which would make it 1 the diff. Played a good one on the backhand, now changing to the forehand. Okay, they're interested. Has he got the speed?
Ryan's bringing the mat right up.
Okay, Bester wants it all the way up. No mucking around. Put it right on the spot.
So that makes it 19-17 on 21 ends. There's 3 to go. If Pelicans can get up in this one, we've got to play the Singles Shootout, and I can see a few of the players going for cover.
Yeah, there's a few that are pretty quick to put their bowls away, and
well, there's $10,000 difference between first and second.
oh, pretty handy start. Good weight. Jesse looks a bit quick again, I think. All right, Bester looks interested. How close is he going to get? That's the closest. Perfect weight. Michael Breen. Here he goes. He's always rock solid. Be in the area. Second. Not quite.
So Ryan played the short end so that if he got into trouble, he was able to drive his way out of it.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, they have been chasing all game, so maybe just a bit of a tactical change. He's sticking in the forehands. That last one's not in his way. He's going to sneak under it. Probably a good guide. It's just steady. Needs to steady. Two. I think he would have held his breath for a second there, thinking he was going to slice it for one down. But he got enough of it. Oh, there's a gap. I think Chris just had just a touch more speed than he would have liked. He'll be much closer with his next one, so Bester really needs to beat him to it. There's just a bit too much room for a quality player like Chris Rosan's.
Ryan looks to be racing too.
Yeah, he looked like he had a touch of speed. Wonder if that's a bit of a nuisance there.
It looks it, doesn't it?
Just having a look. Has got Breeny's blue one coming in.
There's not a noise on the veranda. They're very pensive at the moment.
It's got very tense. Yes, it has. Well, it's a pretty mixed up head anyway, so whatever happens here, it's not going to be a big number either way. And we're still going to have a close finish these last couple of ends. All right, Chris is just having a bit of a niggle at it. He's got his bowl coming in, just trying to sit something, get the jack. He's got it through the jack. That's 1 to the Pelicans. And it will be a measure. All right, well, see if they're going to be 1 the diff or all square. A couple to play.
One, yeah. See, when we put this formula together at the start of the year, Kelsey, no way did I think it would come down to this. You couldn't wish for a better final, and
there's just so many quality players around. Both these teams are full of quality players, so it's always going to be a great final. Having a look at this one. Umpire.
We've got to get the umpires up off their seat in the last couple of ends.
The Pirates chant went up.
While this is happening, I want to thank the sponsors, Taylor Bowles, BCIB, Village Motors, Dreamtime Resorts, Heads of Noosa, Bowlers Paradise, Village Motors, I think I gave them 2 hits, and Bowlers Paradise, Pine Rivers Bowls Club. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. It's been greatly appreciated.
Starter here. Beautiful. That's a good reply. All right, Brandy's holding one. The call was just a sort of covering count. Something just passed. You can see Muzzy are trying to sit the bowl or trail the jack. Good enough. That's 2. That was a good attempt. Nice bit of weight. Might be close for second now. Oh, Breeny's already on the mat. Hold on. All right, so just asking for another metre. Not worried about any shots here, just want to cover that trail. That's good. Maybe just a touch further than he wanted, but still good. It's not a very big target for Ryan. Played a nice little sit and stay last end going in this direction. Okay, well made sure of second. Needs to run a little bit. Wow, that might be a bit of a nuisance.
I think it will be a nuisance.
Well, might see big weight here. If Bess doesn't feel like he's any danger of taking all his bowls out, he might just rip this one out. Oh, yep.
Yep. Here we go.
What a shot.
What a great bowl.
So we know he's got one, but the second one's probably close too. So,
I think
Musgrave Hill holding 1.5.
I think Ryan eats pressure.
Yeah, jack high bowls. No good for someone with a drive like Ryan Bester.
Let's see, Kels, it says Taylor bowls.
I think we're very blessed to have players here playing in Australia that could play with pineapples, I reckon.
Yes,
they're that good.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay, they're interested. Is he going to stop? No. Did he just feather the jack even closer to the white one? I'm not sure. Yes. So that's definitely 2 now. So I think he just feathered it. 2. Okay.
So that puts Pelicans in front. So that's at the moment 2 rinks all with 1 end to play.
I think this might be the first time they've been in front all game, just about.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, barring maybe the first couple of ends, but definitely since we've been keeping an eye across, I feel like they've just been behind the entire game. Have they hit the front at the right time, or have they gone one end too early?
Well, you made the statement at the earlier the commentary. You said you would rather be one behind coming into the last end. And I definitely know who taught you that. Just watching the bank up there, there's a few more fellows who've put bowls in their bags.
That's good. That stayed up. He was asked to do that. He was asked to make sure he give it a chance, get this one past. I don't think the winning bowl's been played yet, but in this situation, always want that back one in nice and early.
Hello, Robbie Winstone. Good to see you watching, and yes, it is very exciting.
Okay, weight looks handy. Not bad, not bad. Just the line got him there a little bit. He had probably another foot of running.
Ever Mr. Reliable. Michael Breen.
Yeah, have a look for it. I think we know Best is never going to die wondering, so the call is go searching, bowl or jack. Interested.
It's opened it up.
It has opened it up. It's now a good metre or so between all the bowls. Not sure who's got shot. Probably that orange one at the back.
Maybe
eh?
the back bowl.
Yeah.
Well, that's shot, I think.
That's definitely shot. And that angle, you probably have to think that the orange is second. So this is Pine River's holding game. Bess has got 2 bowls to get it back. No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything. Yep. Oh, okay. Bit of a fist pump there from Dean Drummond. You like that?
In the last few ends, Ryan's been the difference between the two teams, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's played a couple of crackers. Certainly has. Sat that bowl for 2, ripped the bowl out for 2. He's drawn the shot here.
I suppose they call them the money ends.
Okay, I'm not sure. It's hard to judge these white ones. The speed. That's a great shot. So he's got a bit of bowl and a bit of jack. He's made a few, I think.
Yeah, he has.
I'd say that'll be 3. All right. Pine River's holding game. Again. Is he there? He's there. Is he going to hold? That's very good. Very, very good.
What a class bowler.
Oh, it's been three great bowls. Well, it's been a lot of great bowls this last end, to be fair. Like, Breeny nailed a couple in there, and Dean had the good hit to get it out in the open. Now, what's Chris going to do? Can he see the bowl?
They've all handled the pressure very, very well.
I think he can see the bowl. No. Yeah, no. No? Yes? There was a bit of a cheer, and then there was a... I think the orange one's locked in there and stayed. But did it go far enough? Is it a draw? No, Brenny's declaring one down. Wow, what an end of bowls. Oh, that's exciting.
So now we're off to the singles, Kels.
Yeah, so look, I'd imagine the players have been having a bit of a chat about it, who they think's played well today, who are their big-time players that will play the big shots when it matters. All right, so we'll just wait for the dust to settle here. There'll be a bit of a chat. Both teams need to nominate 3 singles players. There'll be a bit of a lucky draw as to who plays who and what rinks they're on. And away we go. The Diamond Tailored Challenge will come down to three ends of 3 games of singles. Well, best of 3 ends. Could be over in 2.
Yes, Robbie Winston, we're into overtime.
All right, let's see. Is anyone looking like they've got 4 bowls ready to go?
I would say Mr. Bester might have 4 out there.
I think, does Kane Nelson have 4 out there, or are they some of Jacob's bowls? Not sure. Okay, there's 4 red ones, red and white, so it looks like Brendan Wilson might be one option for the Pirates. Okay, looks like Ryan Burnett has got his bowls back out again. So that could be option 2. What else is happening? Anyone else going for their bowls? Is that...
You'll have to get home soon for the tea for the kids, Kels.
Yeah.
We didn't expect this to be overtime. Would have to be Huey. Somebody has put up there. Probably right.
Huey, yeah, he did draw very well. Got a good hit on him.
Graham Hooper. This is how it should end. Yes, Graham, it should be. And thank you very, very much for the time that you put in to develop this formula. It's been an absolutely marvellous weekend, and it's a shame you can't be down here with us. What do I...
Me? Me? Oh, Bill. Who?
Oh, Bill. I thought you said Phil.
Oh, you've been called.
Yep.
Good question.
Hello. It'll be a technical one.
We've both got a card each for that, but I've got a separate card to do the... Unfortunately, the club seems to be out of coasters on myself for that problem. Well, we just need 3 cards so we can bang it. I've got our... 3 cards. 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 3 cards
Alrighty, so just a little slight delay while they get the rink sorted. So the idea here is both teams will nominate their 3 players, pop their names on their cards, other team pops their names on their cards, get the rink sorted and then do a random draw. So that's being conducted now.
Yeah, I do. I remember you, Steve.
Good on you, brother.
Alrighty, so it looks like we've got Kane Nelson, Ryan Bester. At the moment, that's all we've got for the Pelicans. Not sure who their third one is at this stage. No one else is coming forward. And then for the Pirates, looks like we've got Aaron Hewson, Brendan Wilson, and Ryan Burnett. So now we wait to see who draws who. Okay. Bakes is making an appearance from the side. Perhaps he's the third player.
This is going to be interesting. Just had to draw the rinks for the players, so that it was. Just had to do the rinks for the players so that it was a random draw.
Okay, so we've got Brendan Wilson taking on Kane Nelson, Ryan Burnett taking on Ryan Bester, and we have Aaron Hewson playing Sean Baker. On this TV rink will be Brendan and Kane. Okay, Pine Rivers have the mat. And here we go. Okay, pretty handy start there. Ryan Burnett's got one just under 2 feet away. So all these games are best of 3 ends. Shots don't count, just need to win the end. Good shot coming in here. Well played, Brendan Wilson, right in front of it. And Huey's drawn a front noser as well. This one's coming in pretty good.
Fall over.
So there'll still be one to Pine Rivers, yep. I'm not sure what's happening with the 2 Ryans. Perhaps slightly favour Ryan Bester's second bowl. Looks like it's about jack high. Dead. No respot. Dead's dead. Feel like we might see a bit of weight here. Might just try and rip this bowl out. Got a very good backhand drive. Here we go. Close.
He's got it.
Clean. That's a great shot. Now Brendan Wilson might have a crack himself. Couple of seconds. Oh, actually, sorry, Kane's got last bowl. I take that back. 1-0 to Ryan Bester. Aaron Hewson still holding shot, possibly 2.
Comes Brendan's.
Don't think he's
Don't
there.
think he's there.
All right, so that's going to be an end to Muzzy. All right, so far Muzzy have won 2 of the first ends played. Aaron Hewson's going the blocker. Not sure what Bakes is going to try. He hasn't got one past the jack, so yeah, not sure. He's probably got 8 inches maybe for shot. Oh no, he's going for it. Oh, what a shot! Sean Baker's just ripped both of Aaron Hewson's bowls off the green. That is another one to the Pelicans. All 3 Pelicans have won their first end. What a shot. A few cheers went up for Ryan Bester, but I'm not sure. It looks pretty close. Berno's got a good first one in there, so close for shot on that middle rink. Okay, I think Ryan Best is holding 1. Marcus said his bowl is a foot past. And that one's not going to make it. All right, Kane. Good track. Bit more required for this one.
It's hard to concentrate on the one rink.
I know, there's so
Chelsea.
much happening. Every bowl is so important.
A good bowl here.
A few loose ones have been played across the board on this second end. Still a bit of room for everyone here with their final bowls on this second end. Okay, Ryan Burnett has sliced the jack. Still one down, but probably got a couple of seconds. And Best's bowl's now jack high. See what happens there. This one's looking good. Still a bit of room for Brendan Wilson here. He's nailing the line, just got to find the weight. Don't think he likes this one. No, definitely doesn't like this one. Gonna save it to his last.
This is a format now that doesn't get played very often.
Yeah, Best has played another good one. Okay, holding 2. Berno doesn't have anything past the jack, so looking if he is going to run, if he can even see the jack. Hard to tell from these angles, but we'll need to go with it if that's what he chooses to play. Otherwise, you can just try and sit and stay on the shot bowl. All right, so Kane is holding game. As I said, shots don't matter. He won the first end. A little bit of room here for Brendan Wilson. Needs to draw the shot to take it to a third end. Burno's killed it. Now I completely missed what happened with Huey and Bakes, but it's going to a third end, so Huey won. Huey won that end.
That's what I said, Kels. You can't follow the 3 rinks at once. As I said at the start of the year, if I could have dreamt of having a final like this, you would think it was just a dream, but no, it's just been great bowls all day. And
I think he's short. Yeah, that's okay. That's 1 in the bag for the Pelicans. So they've got 1 rink up. Best is up by 1, playing the second end. Bakes and Huey are all square playing their last end. Best is looking all right here. Just going to get in past it. No, right in front of it.
I think there might be some weight coming.
Maybe not. Who knows? He is 2 down, so... I don't know what's Bakes done here. Wow, that's a correction and a half. I think he might have dropped his first one and he's dropped his second one right on the jack.
There's a couple of big bowls here. Well, first prize is 18,000. Second prize is 8. So there's $10,000 difference.
Just under. All right. Muzzy in the box seat. Aaron
Yes,
Hewson must get the shot with this last bowl to keep it alive for the Pirates.
And Bakes is going back.
Yeah, run for cover.
Thanks, Robbie. Kelsey has done a great commentary.
Okay. Oh, what's he done? What's he done? He's got the jack. Not far enough. That's the Pelicans.
The Pelicans have won overall. What a great final.
What a great finish. What a great comeback too. I mean, for most of that, they were almost dead and buried. They were in all sorts of trouble at one stage. A great fight back by the Musgrave Hill triples combination. The 4s kept it nice and close as well. Great win by Tyler and Bakes in the pairs. And then some awesome singles results. Congratulations to the Musgrave Hill Pelicans. Finished top of the section. Very impressive. Very impressive to beat the Pirates on their home soil. You can see the celebrations. A lot of mutual respect between these two clubs. Have done lots of battles over the years, no doubt.
We'll have the presentation shortly. Yeah, we'll have the presentation shortly. And the commentary will continue while the presentation's going. I think Robbie will be back shortly to do the presentation commentary. Kelsey and I will wait around until he's all set up. And we'll present the Brian Stewart Perpetual Trophy and the cheque.
They had a good cheer squad. They were outnumbered, but they definitely helped get those Muzzy boys over the line.
It was a great comeback, wasn't it, really, when you look at the scores there at some stage?
Yeah, well, for a while there we thought maybe the fours needed to try and get the job done for the Pelicans. They were the one that were fighting back and keeping it close, and the triples were getting further and further behind. But they did have lots of ends left. They had plenty of time. They didn't panic. It wasn't picking up numbers. It was just picking up ones and twos, just keeping the ends ticking over, keeping the score ticking over. And a very impressive win.
Yeah, thanks, Hoops. This wouldn't have happened without all your great help. And as I said, I couldn't have dreamt of a better final and a better not a result at the end, but the way it was played and how close it was. There was some just terrific bowls all the way through it. I had to keep Kelsey sitting down because she was trying to get up and have a look at the whole.
I was trying to see every head. I was trying to watch every bowl come down.
She was trying to watch every bowl that was coming down, every head, and giving commentary. And Robbie kept digging me in the shoulder.
I think the commentary box needs to be a bit higher so you can got a bit more of an easier view. Trying to watch 4 rinks away.
Yeah, but it was wonderful to have you here, Kels. It was
not a problem. It was great to watch. Nice little cheer there from the Pelicans.
The only thing that was wrong with it, you weren't out there playing.
Yeah. Whoopsies. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, yeah. I see everybody getting ready out there for the presentation. All the Bulks Queensland paraphernalia coming out there. This has been a wonderful tournament, and I know the people behind it that have put a lot of work into it, and I can see a few people out there in red shirts that are going to take the credit for it. But as a former player, we always used to rubbish the redcoats, but they've put a fair bit of work in to making this tournament a success over the last 18 months. It's taken us that long to put it all together and come to the finale of the Diamond League. As I said, next weekend is gold, silver and bronze. Gold at Taunton, where Kelsey started her career. And Coolum, another club where Kelsey was a member. I don't think she's been a member at Logan City. But
no, I went past it on the train the other day on my way to the footy. I saw it. Actually, my kids spotted it and said, "Oh, Mummy, there's a bowls club." I said, "Yep, I've been to that one." Been to a few.
There's not too many bowls clubs Kelsey hasn't been to in Queensland. But anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure to have her here with me today. And
it's been great. There's been so many positives in this event. For us at Helensvale, we've loved the opportunity to blood some new players. We've had 11 on the park every week, but I think we played, it was either 18 or 19 players across the season. So for some of our fringe players to get an opportunity to play against some of the best players in the world has been a great experience for them. So that's been great. I think everyone's loved the fact that it hasn't just been fours. I think we do get bogged down in fours a fair bit with, pennants and tournaments and things like that. We find ourselves playing a lot of fours, so it was nice to change it up a bit with some triples and pairs and some single shootouts. And I think as well, I can only speak for the clubs that we sort of played against down on the Gold Coast, but I think just the the understanding between the clubs to change times and venues or whatever needed to be done just to get the season, get the sectional play done, with a lot of other events happening all around the country with international games and trials and players travelling to Melbourne and Sydney for pennant competitions. So the fact that I've witnessed some amazing sportsmanship between all the clubs just coming together and just figuring it out, right? Some played Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, Fridays. We just made it work, and it's made it all worth it. I think all that effort that everyone went to get the competition done, to be able to be here this weekend and play in the finals.
No, it's been great, Kels. It's I just pinch myself when I see the result at the end here today. It's we started off the season with a 2-all game with the Pirates and Windsor, and it went to the shootout, and we finished it with a shootout. So in the Diamond League, and you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I think it was very fitting that it ended that way. I mean, even just before the game, wandering around and asking people who they thought was, going to win, it was very split. A lot of people were very impressed with Muzzy throughout the season, but Pirates had the home ground advantage, so it was a very close one, as everyone anticipated. I think we're just about ready to start this presentation. Yeah, right. All right, a few of the players have run off, so they're just going to have to chase them up, get them back out here for some photos. But as you can see, just another thank you to the Taylor Bowles State Challenge sponsors. Taylor Bowles, Village Motors, Club Pine Rivers, which is our host here. They're an amazing host venue. Such a great atmosphere with everyone hanging over the balcony today watching. Heads of Noosa, it's a brewery up in Noosa Heads. BCIB Insurance Brokers, who have always been amazing supporters of bowls all around the country. Bowlers Paradise, great little bowl shop located at the Mooloolaba Bowling Club on the Sunshine Coast, and I think they do a lot of stuff online as well. And Dreamtime Resorts. Okay, there's the beautiful trophy. Gosh, I hope no one breaks that tonight. That trophy will be heading back to Musgrave Hill until next year. Oh, and there's the prize money. So remembering this competition has been statewide. It's not just the Diamond League, there's also the gold, silver and bronze as well. Prize money throughout the event with rink wins along the way. Plus here we can see the first prize of $18,000 and the runner-up prize of $8,000. So it's not always about the prize money, but it's a nice little helping hand for some of the players who give up a lot of time to represent their clubs at these sorts of events. And as you can see here, the Taylor Bowles State Challenge raffle. This one's going to be on sale for a little bit longer. We've still got some finals coming up over the next weekend, and then also the 2 fours tournaments. The Taylor Bowles Challenge fours tournaments. There's a ladies tournament and a men's tournament, both on the same weekend up on the sunny coast. And there's still a chance if you want to jump on the Bowls Queensland website and have a look and find those entry forms. It's a QR code, and you can enter online through Bowls Link. And there's also information on the Bowls Queensland Facebook page to buy some raffle tickets as well to win those amazing prizes. Okay, you can see some players have hung around. They're hovering. Some have raced off. They need to put out a bit of an SOS to get them all back. They all need to come and smile for the camera. See there, Phil Keats wearing the Taylor Bowles shirt there. Phil was in commentary. He's been a great ambassador, I guess, of this Taylor Bowles Challenge. And Brian Marshall is the president of Bowls Queensland and has been for a number of years. I think we're just about ready to go. Alrighty.
there was just a presentation of the cloths and stubby holders for the runners up, and they got a blank flag. That concludes the presentations of the checks and flags and everything. Congratulations to Club Musgrave. Brilliant effort this weekend, and I'm very proud to say that I'm also a Pelican. So yeah, they did very well. Thank you to our commentators that we had this weekend. Phil Keats, we had Troy Corby yesterday, Kelsey this afternoon, and Adam White and Mark Thatcher this morning. Your help has been greatly appreciated. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching our stream this weekend, and we will be back next weekend from Noosa Sports Club for the Gold Finals Series. Up until then, be safe out there, take care, and enjoy yourselves.